My memory of TV in the early 2000s was there were a lot of reality competition shows like Survivor and The Amazing Race. With a tip of the hat, of course, to MTV's Road Rules from 1995.
Today's a different kind of day for Theo. Inhale everything and just let it just marinate in my lungs.
The early 2000s were the golden age of competition reality shows. But along with that, of course, came a bunch of one-off and weird concepts. Remember, Fox gave LaToya Jackson a badge. People were chained together for love, and producers thought, yeah, let's make someone guess who their real dad is for prize money. Today, we're diving into some of the most bizarre failed reality competition shows of the early 2000s. Some were canceled after one episode, while others were just morally confusing. All of them, though, were just TV trash. Who's Your Daddy? Fox, 2005.
Separated a lifetime from one another, does the bond between parent and child still exist? Tonight, we're going to put her to the test. But it won't be easy.
I'm your dad. I'm your dad. I'm your dad. I'm your dad.
To tell you the truth, I'm scared to death.
Our first entry is the worst episode of Maury ever turned into a full-length reality special. Who's Your Daddy, hosted by soap star Finola Hughes, aired on Fox in 2005. The concept was simple and horrifying. A woman who was adopted at birth is reunited with her biological father. But wait, there's a twist. She has to guess which of the men is her real dad. If she picks wrong, a fake dad wins $100,000. People hated it. Critics called it emotional exploitation for ratings. And adoption advocacy groups lost their minds. Fox aired one episode and immediately pulled the plug. The rest quietly died in a vault somewhere between Temptation Island and Joe Millionaire. In my opinion, the show was just uncomfortable to watch. So much so that I skipped to the end to see who the daddy actually was. And my question is, why would you make something like this a game show? Just reunite these people with their fathers and be done with it. Imagine the producers sitting around watching this and saying, yeah, this feels heartwarming. Let's go with it. This wasn't just bad taste. It was a psychological experiment with prize money. The Swan, Fox, 2004.
Features several procedures starting with her face. She'll have a brow lift, nose job, lip enhancement, fat injected under her eyes, cheek fat removal, a chemical peel, photofacial, collagen, laser hair removal and LASIK eye surgery. Have breast augmentation with nipple lift and liposuction in 6 different areas.
Beauty is pain, especially when it's part of a reality competition. The Swan was a show where women underwent full-on plastic surgery makeovers, therapy, dental work, and life coaching, and then competed in a pageant. 2 women were made over per episode. One moved on to the finals, the other went home, presumably with a whole new face and a handful of trauma. Critics slammed it for promoting body dysmorphia and reinforcing toxic beauty standards. Even SNL got in on the action. Still, Fox doubled down and actually made a second season of this crap. The absurd thing about it is contestants weren't even allowed to see mirrors until the big reveal, like it was a horror movie instead of a self-esteem booster. Somewhere, a producer looked at Extreme Makeover and said, let's make it sadder. The Swan felt like an episode of Black Mirror, only it was real and aired in prime time. My Big Fat Obnoxious Fiance, Fox, 2004.
Your family believe you got engaged with a total stranger. If you can pull this off, you will win $500,000. Are you serious? Absolutely.
Hey. You want a bite? I'm a moose.
There's no way I'm gonna pass this guy off. This is not an everyday lie. This is a huge lie.
Reality TV producers love 2 things, deception and ruining Thanksgiving dinners. In My Big Fat Obnoxious Fiance, a woman had to convince her family she was marrying the worst man alive to win money. The catch? The fiancé was an actor, Stephen W. Bailey, most known for his role on Grey's Anatomy, hired to be as unbearable as humanly possible. But she didn't know that, and neither did her poor traumatized parents. The show actually got solid ratings, but critics were divided. Some thought it was hilarious, Others thought it was emotional manipulation on par with gaslighting an entire family for laughs. I hate to admit it, but I do remember watching at least the pilot episode of this during its original run. And I also remember laughing. The guy was over the top, but some moments were actually funny. He ate with his hands, insulted everyone, and proposed in a Speedo. It's gotta be true romance. If emotional blackmail was a love language, this show would be fluent. It's like Meet the Parents meets Punk'd, but everyone involved needs therapy afterwards. Man vs. Beast, Fox, 2003.
Can a world-class sprinter outrun a giraffe? Can a record-holding eater devour more than a bear? Can 50 little people pull an airplane further than an elephant? May the best species win in an outrageous new special, Man vs. Beast, at 9, 8 Central, Fox, Wednesday.
Airing as a one-time Fox special on January 13th, 2003. This was produced by Nash Entertainment, the same people behind World's Most Shocking Videos. The show pitted humans against animals in competitions. Sprinter Sean Crawford raced a giraffe.
There goes Sean zipping out in front. The giraffe cannot catch up. And then all of a sudden, bam! That may have cost him the race.
Various little people raced an elephant and an eating contest between Kobayashi and a 1,000-pound Kodiak bear. Spoiler, the bear won. Fox promoted this thing as a battle of instincts, but animal rights groups were pissed. The sequel, Man vs. Beast 2, aired in 2004 and included events like Navy SEALs vs. a chimp in an obstacle course. Critics called it TV's rock bottom. And the bear in the hot dog eating contest wasn't even trying. It just casually devoured the tray while Kobayashi was fighting for his life. It was like a Discovery Channel special directed by Michael Bay. The only thing missing was a voiceover saying, "In a world where humans think they can out-eat bears." Mr. Personality, Fox, 2003.
Cautious with relationships.
Must pick the love of her life
I am certainly ready to fall in love.
without ever seeing his face.
Oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into?
This dating show was executive produced by The Bachelor creator Mike Fleiss and aired in spring of 2003. Monica Lewinsky, fresh off a speaking tour, was cast as host to generate buzz. The Bachelor had dated 20 men who wore creepy full-face masks at all times to eliminate physical bias. The identities were only revealed as contestants were eliminated. Fox hyped Monica's involvement heavily, but critics were too distracted by the masks, which looked like props from a bad sci-fi pilot. It ran for 5 episodes before being canceled due to low ratings. One contestant removed his mask early in a dramatic gesture, only to get eliminated minutes later. Even his face couldn't save him. The concept could have been sweet, if not for the uncanny valley nightmare fuel. Playing it straight. Fox, 2004.
Oh, bro, your shoulder? My arm broke.
Produced by Rocket Science Laboratories, this show aired for just 3 episodes in March of 2004 before getting yanked off the air. The full season was later released online, which shockingly didn't help. A woman named Jackie picked a romantic partner from a group of men, but some of them were gay and pretending to be straight for a shot at $1 million. If she picked a straight guy, they split the money. If she chose a gay guy, he kept it all. It was filmed on a ranch in Nevada trying to blend The Bachelor with a weird version of Clue. Fox promoted it with taglines like, "Can she find love?" or "Will she be played?" It received backlash from the gay community, who criticized the show for promoting stereotypes and turning sexuality into a deceptive plot twist. The coming out scenes were staged as big reveals, dramatic music, slow pans and all. One guy even said, "I'm gay, and I fooled you." Great for suspense, not great for humanity. This show tried to blend representation with deception and somehow managed to insult everyone at once. A true Fox special. Chains of Love, UPN 2001.
I'm so thankful that I'm just sitting with the two of you here. It's just like almost, it's very relaxing and very like fulfilling. I feel very satisfied. I hear footsteps.
Making its premiere on UPN in April of 2001, and was based on a European format. Only 6 episodes aired. One person, the picker, was chained to 4 members of the opposite sex for 4 days. They had to live together, sleep in the same quarters, and they had to decide one by one who to release from the chain. The last one remaining got a chunk of the prize money, produced by Nash Entertainment. Yeah, that's the same people behind Man vs. Beast. Filmed mostly in houses, hotels, and outdoor activities like boating, while still chained together. During elimination ceremonies, the host would say, "Unlock the chain," and the group had to stand there awkwardly while a key was used in slow, dramatic fashion. Love and bondage? Literally. The only thing missing was a dramatic clink sound every time someone made a romantic confession. Armed and Famous, CBS, 2007.
They trained at the official Muncie Police Academy to real police standards.
Wow, they don't play.
So help me God. They took an oath.
Oh my God, we're cops.
And hit the streets.
Premiering in January of 2007 on CBS. This show followed celebrities training to become reserve police officers in Muncie, Indiana. The cast included Eric Estrada, LaToya Jackson, Jack Osborne, Trish Stratus, and Jason Weeman Acuna. The stars went through real police training and then rode along on patrol, wearing actual uniforms and badges. Their job? Enforce the law, while being followed by camera crews. What could possibly go wrong? Produced by Tom Foreman from Extreme Makeover Home Edition, and shot in coordination with the Muncie Police Department. Local residents were not told they'd be pulled over by a former WWE star or Jack Osborne. After 4 episodes, the show was pulled due to poor ratings, though one final episode aired later on VH1. It also caused a PR nightmare for Muncie PD, after footage aired of real arrests with questionable use of force. LaToya Jackson responded to a burglary call, burst into tears, and refused to go inside the house. An actual officer had to calm her down, while the cameras kept rolling, of course. Nothing says public safety like Wee Man writing you a speeding ticket. This show felt like Cops, directed by the producers of The Surreal Life. Which ones do you remember? Let me know in the comments below, and subscribe for more deep dives into the bizarre world of forgotten TV. And remember, somewhere out there, someone greenlit a show where a man races a giraffe.